Hey guys, figured I'd make another little update video on the truck. I know it's been a while since I was able to post anything. I've been pretty caught up in between jobs, and my boy's gonna be born almost any day now, so I've been trying to prepare for that and do a bunch of other things and haven't really had a whole lot of time to mess with this truck. But I have done a few things to it. I actually got a set of these Mustang bullet wheels off one of my buddies to put on here, which I think they look pretty good on it. I mean, I kind of wish the truck was a little bit lower sitting on these wheels, but then again, it doesn't have a motor and transmission stuff in it right now. They don't look too bad on it, just for something cheap. I actually have been working on getting these S197 2006 Mustang GT seats in here, and so far they've turned out really good. It took a lot of cutting and welding and stuff to make it work. So I mean, anybody that doesn't really have much experience like fabricating, it's going to be kind of tricky to do this. But I was able to make it work, and they turned out really dang good. They fit in there nice. They sit at the right angle. They're not crooked or anything, so I'm pretty happy with that. I actually just got this Sport Track instrument cluster off eBay the other day for $50 and only has 84,000 miles on it, so I thought that was a pretty good score. I'm gonna be working on putting the center console out of that Donor Explorer I have in this thing, and I'm gonna bolt it up, and I heard it's pretty easy to do. You're just gonna take all this stuff out here, take off the center console, or the stock center console anyways, and then undo all this crap, and it should bolt right up to the dash. And I think there's a bracket out of the Explorer you can somehow make work to fit back here for that center console to mount down to, so I guess we'll figure out how to do that. If you guys want, I could make like a how-to video or something once I figure it all out. That way you guys can kind of see how to do it, because I know there's not really anything on YouTube about it. So if you guys want, just shoot me some comments or something and ask for a request to make a little how-to, and I could try my best to do that. But I know you got to get rid of this passenger airbag thing to turn on and off the airbag, which I actually deleted my airbag. I gutted out the backside of it, so there's actually nothing in there anymore. And it was actually really easy to do. You just open the glove box, and there's like 2 bolts up in there. You can kind of see them like back up in there. There it is, right there. There's one there, and then there's one right there, which you got to take your glove box out to do it. But you take those 2 bolts out, and your airbag assemblies slide out. If you do anything with the airbag, make sure your battery is unhooked for like 10 minutes or so at least. That way there's no power or anything whatsoever going to that airbag, because you don't want that thing like accidentally blowing up in your face, because that would really suck. But anyways, I gutted all the airbag components out, which actually wasn't very hard to do. I mean, I'm sure anybody could do it. And then this thing pops off, which I need to figure out a way to mount it onto this bracket that it's supposed to sit on, because once you take the airbag stuff out, it doesn't really mount on there very well. But I'm gonna take all that apart and see what I can do about that, because after you take it apart, I mean, it goes back to normal. It's like you don't even know it's not there, but it just kind of wants to flop off and stuff. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to mount that on there properly, so at least without that I can just do away with this and not have to worry about it. I know some guys take this piece and they just leave it either on or off and just like tuck it back under the dash somewhere. So I mean, it's just kind of whatever you want to do. It's a personal preference thing. I really don't care for the airbags, never really have, and I figured it'd kind of help with the weight reduction stuff of the truck, which I mean, I know these things are already pretty light, but any little bit helps, I guess. I'll show you guys under the hood. I've made a little more progress since that last video. Not a whole lot, but a little. I do have the transmission and everything out. It's pretty much ready to put the new motor and stuff in here. I actually started talking to the guy from Rick's Rangers, the one I got the motor mounts off of, and he actually thinks that the 2.3 mounts, the way they're set up with the way the bolts are lined up, will actually work with his adapter plates, because he originally thought that only the 2.3 or the 4.0 mounts will work, but he started thinking and he was like, well, the 2.5, or not 2.3, I said 2.3 earlier, the 2.5 motor mounts are set up pretty much the exact same way as a 4.0, so he didn't think that there should be any reason why they wouldn't work. So I'm going to go ahead and leave these things in here, and that way I can mock up the motor and everything, and the transmission, make sure everything fits in here nice, because I was told they might work. So I guess we'll find out. I'll let you guys know. Another thing I'm going to do while the motor and trans is out is this pinch weld right here. I'm going to cut some slits in it every 2 or 3 inches, and then I'm going to take a hammer and either beat it down that way or back up this way, whatever is more convenient, I guess, to have a little bit more transmission tunnel clearance. That way, whenever I put the bigger motor and trans in here, I'll have more room to work. It'll be a lot easier to get the transmission engine bolts in. The wiring harnesses and stuff will fit a lot easier. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It should be pretty easy to do. I did get the V8 computer in. It just slides right in the same place as the factory PCM goes in, so you shouldn't have any trouble with that. That's really about all I've done the past month or two, or however long it's been since I made that last video. Like I said, I've been pretty caught up doing stuff and haven't really had a chance to really mess with this truck a whole lot. But I'm trying, so just bear with me. I'll try to make as many videos as I can. That way to help you guys out, because I know there's not a ton of videos and information out there on this swap. I mean, I know there's a few forums and stuff like that that kind of tell you how to do it and this and that, but it's never really been 100% detailed on anything. But I mean, if you're pretty knowledgeable about how vehicles work, and especially Fords, it's really not that difficult to do anything. But for the guys that don't really know a whole lot, I'm trying my best to make some more videos. And if you guys have any requests on some how-tos or want to know how to do something, just leave a comment below. I'll try to get back with a video as quick as I can. Like I said, I'm pretty busy, so I'll do what I can. But hopefully I'll have this thing up and going before too long. So I appreciate it, guys. If you can, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel like doing. And I'll get back with some more videos as quick as I can. Thanks, guys.